Okay guys, here's a little video I'm going to make on the Audew booster. This has only been used about 5 or 6 times, I'd say. But one thing you have to be careful of is when you plug this connector in, which I wish they didn't. I wish the cables were built into it, the booster cables. That'd be a lot better. But you have to be careful when you plug this in, because the connector that's in the booster is kind of just laying in there. It's not snapped in real firmly. So when you push your connector in, there's a good chance it's going to end up like this and then be pushed inside the unit, and then you can't plug them in to boost your car. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this apart. It takes a really small Torx bit. Let me see here. I'm sure somebody else has this problem. If I can see what number it is. S2. Maybe you can see right down there. That's the bit I'm using. Size. It's a really very small Torx bit, star bit. I'm not sure if you need the one with the little pin in it or not. I don't think you do. Just any old star bit will work. So we're going to take this apart. Okay, so I just turned it over on the back. It looks like there's 6 of the Torx bit screws. I've got most of them loosened up. We'll see if this comes apart. I've never had it apart before. Should be turned off now. Yep, looks like that's all that's holding it together. I'm not sure which side. Let's start with this one. There's all the screws came out. 5. One's in there still, in the hole still. Looks like I got it the right way. There goes that last screw. So you want to take the red cover off. And now take a look in there. There's that last screw, almost lost. Now you can see. You can see that connector got pushed in there. So somehow I got to pull that out. So I'm going to think about it. This is just a piece of foam on here, it looks like. There's your battery pack. I may take a screwdriver and push it, but I got to be careful of the circuit board in here. So I may take a pliers and pull it straight out too, as long as I don't touch the electrical leads. Let's see here. May be able to. It's kind of in a bad spot. Or I could take this, I think I'm going to do, take the circuit board, take these screws out, these 3 screws here, and see if I can lift the circuit board up, and then I can get to it, because it's right underneath the circuit board. Okay, I got these little screws out that were on the circuit board. There's 3 of them. It's a little bitty screwdriver. And there they are. So we're going to take this board off, hopefully without shorting anything. Light, LED lights connected there. Okay, so that's the LED light connector. Okay, now you can see the problem right here. This right here is all that's holding that in. For focus. Right there, those little nubs is all that's holding it in from pushing through. So, what am I going to do? I'm try to push this back, and I think I'm going to put some hot melt glue around the connector here, or maybe behind it somehow. But they need to come up with a better way to secure this in there. And it looks like, yeah, there's nothing. Let's see, it goes like this here. There's really nothing. There's a little square plastic there. I guess that just keeps it pushed down, but there's nothing to keep it from going backwards in there. So I'll let you know, I'll show you what it looks like when I fix it. Okay, so here's the fix I come up with. I pulled the connector up, it just lifts right out of there, and I put hot melt glue underneath it, pushed that back in, snapped it back in there, and then I put hot melt glue over all the wires all the way to the case. Lots of hot melt glue everywhere, all over these wires, and then you can see it's puddling in there. You don't want to go too crazy, because when you flip this board over, these components that are on the board, you don't want them to hit the glue. So if you do this, just do about that much. And then I'm going to put some hot melt glue on top of this connector also. And it looks like the only thing holding that connector is this square here. That square, that thing just pushes down on this so it doesn't move side to side. So I'm going to put a lot of glue. I'll probably fill that hole up with glue there. And then put some on there real hot and snap it all together. Next I'm going to put this board back on there. Screw that down. Okay, here we go. I got some hot melt glue on there. It's still hot. And here, and we're going to just bolt this all together. And hopefully next time we use it, it will not push that connector in there. You can see that's where the connector is supposed to be. Alright guys, good luck. If you have that problem with yours, you might want to try this.